Hi, and welcome back again to another episode. Wow, now it's been a while since I have been here, so this is great. And yes, I've had a lot of things to do, so I couldn't make more videos as much as I wanted to. But now I am back. Yes. And in this episode, we are going to do another deep dive on the Albanian language, what it tells us, what it reveals to us in terms of the question I have been asking. To any new ones here, we are looking at language development using the root words in all European languages and testing them with other languages or other family groups like Proto-Semitic, Proto-Afro-Asiatic, Proto-Uralic, and Asiatic, Eurasian. But also not in the proto form, but also in the modern form, because what we discover is that we don't make words that easily, apparently. We don't. These words that we use now are super old. They have just been refined, and grown, developed into the modern words that we use today. Yes. So, to any newcomers here, the essence of language is sound. Okay, it is sound. Language is sound. It's not hocus pocus. It's not really a whole factor of identity to hold on to, because it is constantly changing. That is what language does. It evolves, and thus becoming new and different forms for every split and every stage. Yes, yes. So, without further ado, let's do a little dive into the Albanian language. But before we do that, I need to address any Albanian speaking people who see this video. We have no idea what our language is, how old it is, where it came from, and why there is so much confusion. Why the Albanian language is an enigma for linguists out there, but also for the Albanian people, because the Albanian people do not understand how this happened. And we will look into that now. But yes, so you will discover quite so many new stuff or new things regarding the Albanian language that you did not see, you have not realized. And the reason for that is because of academia. Okay, academia is unfortunately a big limitation in their own field, in linguistics. Yes, they are, and you will come to see that now. You will come to see that now because remember that academia is formalized. And what we are looking at is language before they were formalized. Hence, they do not know about this language. They do not know about the unformalized, the unstandardized Albanian language. Okay, so Albanian has only recently been formalized and brought into written form, meaning that it has barely any evidence that it is old. But this is also the factor for why it survived. Why it survived and didn't develop. Thus, it maintained and retained those old semantics for words that Europeans have used to develop their own words. Okay, not all, certainly not all, but quite a lot, and especially the basic ones, the essential words. These are the ones that have been used, that have been developed using the Albanian language, meaning that now Albanian cannot be called Albanian anymore. Albanian must be called Indo-European. And then we can rather say that the modern Albanian is Albanian, or the Albanian that went to Italy, the Arbresh Albanians, the ones who escaped the Ottoman conquest and invasion into the Balkans. Yes, because we had some Albanian elites who left, who escaped, took the boat, went to Italy and Sicily, and resettled there using their own Albanian language, which is not fully intelligible with the Albanian language in Kosovo and Albania today. Although it is, many words are, they have shifted their semantics for the same sounds. And the reason for that is, the reason why we can say that is because Albanian, the Albanian language, the unstandardized ones, or say that every time Albanian grew in power, it too began developing, but because it was always taken by enemies or conquest, it always fell back to the informal language, the informal language, yes, and the reason why they could do that is because Albanian is an organic language, meaning it was developed by the people, which is also why it was very difficult to remove it, and why they could always fall back on the monosyllables that they knew. They could just reduce the words. So say that the Arbresh Albanian people developed and began using the words differently. The ones who didn't, they stayed. They stayed in Albania and in Kosovo today. So only the elites developed and they left. But the commoners who did not develop, they stayed. And it is because of them that we have been able to solve this question. Yes, because I had a discussion with an Albanian friend of mine who is Arbresh, who is from Italy, and who has written quite many books about, Arbresh. And we have tested some words and seen that they have deviated very much from the actual Albanian language, meaning from the roots, that is, meaning that they have been influenced, they have developed. So they were elites. Yes, only elites developed academically, not commoners. But commoners knew how to speak. They just didn't know how to read and write, which is why we don't find any text from them. Yes. But we do, though, from the Arbresh people. Yeah, we do. Okay, so that was a lot of data there. But my Arbresh friend, he does not think that I have found something. But then again, he does not really speak the old Albanian language, which we now can agree upon that it is not really Albanian, it is Indo-European. So we should call Albanian Indo-European from now on. Well, that is what I think we should. Yes, because that will remove the whole political factor. We need Europe. We need Europeans. We need Albanians too, but we need Europeans. Okay, yeah. We need to know what connects us. And we all know that people would never accept that Albanian preceded Greek. and well, Slavic, and even Rome, Latin, right? They would not accept that. But that is what we are finding. Yeah, that is what we are finding. So, so this is not something that I'm going to push. This is something that I am going to share with you. And whether you agree on it or not, well, that is up to you. Well, at least hear me out and do your own investigation, and do look at, read my book, because I will be publishing this book in a few days. I will just give you some glimpse here of what it contains, because it is a big book and it probably won't be finished in a few days, because there is so much tweaking and correcting, a lot of things to do here to make it as clean and as presentable as possible. Yes, yes. Okay. So the Albanian monosyllabic root theory, a Proto-Indo-European foundation. Yes. So this is a little bit of the table of contents. Phonosemantic sound clusters, right? So we got first introduction, language development, and then my theory, the general to specific theory. Yes. Now we have the vowel clusters. We have the different A's, the different E's, the different I. Well, I didn't include the other I because there is only one word with that I, so I didn't include it. And then there is the two O's, U, and two Y's. And then we have, look at this, guys, because you have never seen it from this perspective. Well, some of you who have followed me till now have, but new people have not. They have not seen this. Academia has not seen this. So when linguists out there will see this, they will get a shock. And it will change their whole understanding of what happened here. Okay? So as you can see, we have the V cluster, ba, be, bi, bu, bo, da, de, di, do, du, de, da, ve, the, do, du, fa, fe, right there, that's one we gone through. Ga, ge, gi, go, gu, gu, ha, he, hi, ho, hu, hu, and so on and so forth. As you can see, I had to do the whole alphabet, right? So, and we will find quite so many things here. Now, what I don't know is, naturally, naturally, yes, I don't know what came first. Well, I do a little bit. What came first, or the signs, the pattern recognition that I'm seeing is revealing that something did indeed come first. But what it was, I don't know yet. Like the whole chronological order, I don't know. What I do know is that vowels came first. Vowels are the first building blocks of all languages. Okay? So there had to be a vowel first. If there wasn't ka. No, there wasn't. There was a, e, o, u, a, e, o. Okay. I will get it. Right? So it still is that today. That is the most beautiful thing, right? So we don't need to overcomplicate this and overconceptualize this, because this process, this development is still ongoing and unfolding in other groups and other civilizations. And they still follow the same pattern. Okay. And then I can say it now though, but I do believe that the ch cluster came first. I do believe that. Yes, yes. And then, okay, wait. What is happening here? It is okay. And then came the well, yes, and then came the la, le, li, lo, lu, lu. Okay. Yes, and then they came, but I don't know fully. Like I can't. I don't know. But I'm only testing. So I've tested the oldest words, and I found them. And the oldest word was. Let's have a look. Oh wait, no, not my anime. What the fuck is happening here? Okay. So yes, let's now test. I asked what is the oldest words that we know of today, and the oldest words that we know of today are dingir, 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 and this probably means nose. Gir. We have to look at this gir, okay, because this can mean different, very many things. We know that. But this means God, apparently, or that is what we know, or uh, we don't know fully, but that is what we assume. We might have found something that illustrates to that, but we don't know whether that is what it meant to those people. This is our interpretation. Remember, always bring it back to us. We are interpreting this old knowledge, and we might be wrong, especially if we have not taken into consideration all the languages that exist, including Albanian, which we academia has not. Well, they have now, but they have only included modern Albanian. And modern Albanian is not the old Albanian. Old Albanian is found in the Gheg dialect. In the old Gheg dialect in Kosovo, in Montenegro, and in Macedonia. Okay? Yes. Even the Tosk, the old Tosk, is also here, but not the modern one. Okay? So let's just give you an example to the Albanian speakers out there. Ndeja comes from ja, nja, right? So the original Albanian language is very short. It's just monosyllables. Ja, nja, cha, shka, hin, del, ik, ha, be, sha, la, sla, dajte, zdajte, and so on and so forth. So Albanian is a very simple language. It is in fact perhaps the simplest language in Europe, but the old one, not the one that you're taught in school today, the old one. So to all very many Albanian speakers out there who are very well immersed in the modern Albanian language, you might not be understanding what I'm saying very fast, but you will if you continue on and listen. Yes, yes. Okay. So what we have here is we have mother, I, fire, water. Okay, still in use. Mater, water, and so on and so forth. And we know that these are approximately 10,000 years plus, plus, plus. And they are, yes. And if you do remember, we have gone through these words, and we know that this is not the reconstructed. This is wrong. We don't need the reconstructed, the Proto-Indo-European reconstructed words. We don't need them anymore because we have found that they are redundant and, in fact, incorrect because it assumes, well, it hasn't included Old Albanian. And without of the Old Albanian, we are unable to understand what happened here. But Old Albanian reveals to us that the original words were very short and simple. Ma. Yeah. Ma was the word for mom. Water, this is not the word because Latin, aqua, is obviously not older than this, but we know that the Scandinavian water, vann, because this is pretty much English. This is not like this is English, water, water. This is not the Proto-Indo-European word or the original word for water, because we all shared the word for water once upon a time. And the word for water was wa, wa, u, and a. So a W, an A, or a U, and an A. So wa, which gives us water. Wa, water. Yes. Vasa, von, aqua, and the Albanian, uj, wa. Yes. So now we have just connected the Indo-European with the Semitic group. So the Arabs. So, and probably the Afro-Asiatic, and yes, but we will see now what this development shows us. But it does show us that this is wrong. And we have also discovered what I is. Ash, 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 ash. Esh, esh, ish, ish. S, s, is. I. Okay, and then we have fire. This has many meanings, but we find the word jar, 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 which is also found in the Gheg Albanian language, zjar, or simply the old one, jar. Jig, majig. We have very many XH words regarding the fire. Jar, 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 because this is the old way. Okay, I just had to show you there just to give you an example of what it knows, but we can go further than this. We will see now. We can go much further. I will now read a little bit of the introduction for you guys, and then you can buy it when it is finished. Okay, I will make more videos though, but I still want you to read it and test it. Do test it. Okay, an introduction. The Albanian language stands as a unique and archaic branch within the Indo-European language, preserving linguistic features that offer a direct window into the proto-forms of many ancient roots. Unlike reconstructed Proto-Indo-European (PIE), which relies on comparative methods to approximate unattested words, Albanian's living monosyllables, short, polysemic, and still in active use, provide tangible evidence of unbroken semantic and phonetic continuity. This book challenges the traditional reliance on the PIE reconstructions by demonstrating that Albanian's monosyllabic roots often present a more immediate and empirically verifiable link to the ancestral lexicon, bypassing the need for hypothetical intermediary forms. Ta-da! Okay? So through a systematic analysis of Albanian monosyllables, their semantic range, and their cognates in other Indo-European languages, this work argues that Albanian retains an archaic core that has not only survived, but also maintained a dynamic polysemy, allowing for the tracing of semantic evolution without resorting to theoretical reconstructions. Yes, by prioritizing living linguistic data over abstract models, this study seeks to reposition Albanian as a critical key to understanding Indo-European etymology, one that may simplify and clarify the developmental pathways of many words across related languages. Yes! So ta-da! So now you guys, we got a little bit of input there. I am going to share more and more. I don't know how much I'm going to share now straight away, but I will share much more. Yes, there was another thing I wanted to share. Oh, this is the gem actually. This is the gem that really needs to be shared. So this is my this is my phonosemantic map of all our monosyllables. So we have the A, E, O, U. And then we have ba, be, bi, bu, bu. And then we can continue on and on and on. I have not filled the whole thing up because I've focused on some documents and then I left this one and I went there. So this is not fully, but now you get at least an idea of what has been done here. And yes, and there is much, much more. Ya, ka, la, ma, na, ba, cha, ra, ra, sa, sha, ta, fa, va, za, za. Okay. So that is a whole journey here that we will go through, and we will discover much more what we have. Yes, what we have found. I'm just going to look at what else I have here for you. Okay, no, this is not it. This is not it. Okay, because I have so much now. Okay. But yes, so I've been gone a little bit, but but I'm back now. I'm going to continue on and making more and more videos. I'm also going to go back to the truth. We'll speak more about truth because language is important indeed, but it is not as important as the truth of life, the truth of you, the truth of now, the truth of everyone and everything forever. Yes. So that is what we will be discovering together through language, through this, through the words of our ancestors, because they called God a different thing. God was not this psychic creature in the sky that will judge you, but is an actual phenomenon that exists. Yeah, and so is the second biggest thing in creation that exists together with God, that religion has neglected or did not know of. So, so this is also something we will be addressing together. Okay. So thank you for joining me so far, and we'll continue on more and more and more, and kick more ass. And yes, so thank you for joining. Have a good day, evening, wherever you are. Cheers.